Relationships must be fostered as far as possible and maintained, and thus a morbid transference can be avoided. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, that life was wasted. Nobody can fall solo unless he has a great depth. If such a thing can happen to a man, he challenges his best and highest on the other side, that is to say, this depth corresponds to a potential height, and the blackest darkness to a hidden light. Do not compare, do not measure. No other way is like yours. All other ways deceive and tempt you. You must fulfill the way that is in you. The sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light in the darkness of mere being. We are not what happened to us, we are what we wish to become. The mind that is collectively orientated is quite incapable of thinking and feeling in any other way than by projection. Were it not for the leaping and twinkling of the soul, man would rot away in his greatest passion, idleness. But what a dreary world it would be if the rules were not violated sometimes. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. The difference between a good life and a bad life is how well you walk through the fire. The foundation of all mental illness is the unwillingness to experience legitimate suffering. Real liberation comes not from glossing over or repressing painful states of feeling, but only from experiencing them to the full. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. The most important question anyone can ask is, what myth am I living? The most dangerous things in the world are immense accumulations of human beings who are manipulated by only a few heads. Everyone you meet knows something you don't know but need to know. Learn from them. If our religion is based on salvation, our chief emotions will be fear and trembling. If our religion is based on wonder, our chief emotion will be gratitude. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. A man likes to believe that he is the master of his soul. But as long as he is unable to control his moods and emotions, or to be conscious of the myriad secret ways in which unconscious factors insinuate themselves into his arrangements and decisions, he is certainly not his own master. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. In every adult there lurks a child, an eternal child, something that is always becoming, is never completed, and calls for unceasing care, attention, and education. That is the part of the personality which wants to develop and become whole. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls. They will practice Indian yoga and all its exercises, observe a strict regimen of diet, learn the literature of the whole world, all because they cannot get on with themselves and have not the slightest faith that anything useful could ever come out of their own souls. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. A man's hatred is always concentrated upon that which makes him conscious of his bad qualities. Be grateful for your difficulties and challenges, for they hold blessings. In fact, man needs difficulties, they are necessary for health, personal growth, individuation and self-actualization. It is a bewildering thing in human life that the things that cause the greatest fear is the source of the greatest wisdom. We don't really heal anything, we simply let it go. The world will ask you who you are, and if you don't know, the world will tell you. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. Thanks for watching, please subscribe to my channel for more videos.